As we know, OG2K has been struggling so far this season, so I decided to hop on a call with him to get his thoughts on what's going wrong with him so far and if he needs to switch up his playstyle moving forward. Let's get right into it. All right, OG, tell me a little bit about coming into the season. You ended up with the Cowboys. How did you feel after you realized you got the Cowboys? And did you have any prior experience for this season playing with the Cowboys?
The reason I picked the Cowboys in the first place was that they have two edge threats on defense. You know, they got high overall players everywhere, and I figured I could just be good all around with them.
Before the season, I made a video. I picked you as one of my 8 playoff teams, I guess, if that's how you want to say it, going into the season. You came out hot. You were sitting in that #1 spot at the beginning of the season, and then you went from, I think, probably about midway through week 2, you hit a little bit of a rough patch. What would you attribute your slowdown to a little bit in the middle of the season there?
There's multiple factors that play into it. Once you lose a game, your mind just goes in a few different places. Obviously, you're going to try and work harder to win, which is a good thing, but a bad thing would be you're going to second guess the plays that you did call. When in future games, you should really just be trusting the plays that you know normally work. I think it's just mental errors, maybe giving future opponents too much credit for say I play versus Clef and he has a really good idea how to shut down what I want to do. You go and play to a future game and it's a player who maybe doesn't have as much experience or knows how to shut down my offense, and I'll just assume that they know how to stop it, and I won't just get back to the basics.
You think maybe you're overcomplicating things? Maybe it's a little bit like a mixture of maybe you lost some confidence, maybe you're just thinking a little bit too much on offense?
Yeah, I think that's the main part, and then obviously there's going to be people with a little bit better of a team or a little bit worse of a team. Some of the teams I'm not used to playing as much, which is, it's a new thing, so I got to be on top of it to take away some of the new pieces I'm not used to facing.
But I've seen a couple players specifically for the Penguins and some of those guys come in after they play you and really criticize how you play the game. Do you think your play style is good enough to get you wins, or do you think maybe it's time for you to kind of revisit that and see maybe shake things up and really switch up how you play?
First, the people talking in the chat and stuff about it, because they don't facing me, so they're trying to put all this information into my mind to make me play worse against them or something, which is questionable. But at the end of the day, I respect all my opponents, no matter what I say during the game. As far as the scheme stuff goes, I'm actually labbing up some new stuff, just in general, not just with the Cowboys. I feel some of the chess match that I play is having the RPO, flipping the RPO, and then audibling down to single back. I feel everyone has a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna do from all those formations. So
awesome. No, that's exciting. I love to hear that. OG's back in the lab cooking some stuff up. Anything you want to say to those guys, or maybe the stakers that might think you're cooked? They might think, hey, this guy's play style is cooked, he can't get it done this season. Is there anything you want to say to those guys that don't believe in you?
I think it's a good thing if people don't like the way I play, because it makes them hop on all these other players, and in the long run it benefits 1v1 me, my opponent, that people are interested in the way I play. Like me, hate me, they're gonna watch, they're gonna stake. To the players who like to make those messages, I know they could hop in the lab. They refuse to get out of their mind bubble, against all these other pro players. They're so used to them just copying everyone else, running the same 5 route combos all game. And I mean, if they want to talk shit for me switching it up, it just goes to show that maybe they should be the ones working to solve more problems on defense too.
He's flipping the script. He's absolutely flipping the script on him. I love that, man. I might have had a rough middle patch of the season, but it sounds like you're doing everything you can to come back for this playoff push. It's encouraging to hear from you today, to hear you're labbing up, you're feeling confident. So that's awesome, man. Thank you for hopping on for a little bit, and I look forward to watching you make this playoff push the last couple weeks, man.